Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm excited about networking with everybody out there. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. My first guest has been on with me many years. I have with me Ken KILDAY. He's the owner of Leaders Cut. He is a professional certified business coach, and we're going to talk a little bit about him today right now, but we're also going to talk about the importance of needing a coach. And I know it's summertime, folks, but what a great time to be really working on yourself and on your business. So welcome back to the show. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and then your academy and what we're going to talk about today.
Sure. So you already mentioned, Carol, that I'm a professional certified coach. Anyone can call themselves a coach if they wanted to, but only those of us who went through the International Coaching Federation's criteria for getting that particular certification, which included for me 192 hours of education, 500 hours of coaching that I could document, and then submitting several coaching sessions for them to review. That's what made me a professional certified coach. So it's a way for my clients to know that I've done my homework and I've invested in my ability to coach before we ever start talking about your business. And I started Leaders Cut because I just realized that one of the favorite elements of every leadership position I've ever held is getting a chance to develop other humans and helping them see what they're already good at and really diving into that talent set and making themselves better. So now I do that with entrepreneurs and business leaders.
You know, a lot of people think that when they get a coach, that coach is going to tell you what to do, and that is not how you work in any way.
No, great coaching is about unlocking your talent, and it has nothing to do with me telling you how to run your business. Because your secret to entrepreneurship was literally you have this great idea, the proverbial, you had an idea for a better mousetrap or a idea of how to make one, and so you started your business. So you had all this amazing talent in your brain already, and now you're at a point in your business where you've taken it as far as you can go on your own with your own work ethic. And primarily what we do in coaching is helping you get all that cool stuff out of your head and into a process everybody that works in your business or works with you like a contractor, that they can execute your awesome ideas.
Why is it so important for somebody to have a coach?
It's an objective view, so we can't see ourselves, sports analogy wise. If you look at any individual or team sport, the people that really excel, that make the cut, that get above average and into elite status, have a coach to help them understand what they're actually doing. So we have in our head the way we play the game of business, but that may not be how we are actually playing the game of business. So for instance, in all the years that Tiger Woods was a champion, he had several coaches, one of which is a swing coach, because he knew where he thought he was holding the club, but it's the coach who says you're actually holding it here, and then tying in the result you get from the way you're behaving. So we do the same thing in business. We help describe to you how you're playing the great game of business, and then what you might want to adjust to get what you intend to get out of it. So it's about your goals, your business, your thoughts, your ideas, and being that objective voice, of being that neutral party, where you can be yourself with me. I don't get a paycheck from you. I'm not on your payroll, if you will. I'm not married to you or related to you, so I'm not invested in that way into your feelings, per se, that would keep me from helping you. So that's what coaches do.
His website is makingthecut.biz, and when you think about it, you can have a business, and that's awesome, right? But do you want to take your business to the next level? There's a lot of people that you might be even in where you. I just lost my train of thought in terms of where competition,
Right.
And there might be other people that. Do you want to be the on the top, the cream of the creme?
Yeah,
the creme.
Creme de la creme. You just reminded me, I did have a client who used to say, the way he described working with me was, he said, I feel like I've created a business that's kind of a hobby to me, and it does okay, but I'd like to really take it to an elite level, so it really performs above and beyond where some of my competitors perform.
And it's important because but what's really great about him, whoever that was, acknowledged that he
Sure.
saw that, because a lot of times we don't see that. You know what, most of us want to do better, I would think.
Sure, most of us, when we know better, we do better, and when my clients work with me, I'm going to help facilitate awareness. If you look at the International Coaching Federation, at their website, a key aspect of We Coaches is that we help foster a space where you can come to your own self-awareness. And once you know you're doing a certain thing and you connect that to the outcome that you're getting, if you get really clinical about it, then you can choose differently and get a different outcome. It's really about, I'm invested in you being the best you can be.
I love that.
I'm not invested in doing something my way. I'm not attached to any idea that there is one way to do something, but there is a right way for you, whatever that is, and for your business or for where you want to take it, and that's what working with me will help you discover.
Now, whenever you come on, I also always post all of the videos up on Facebook. We're live on Facebook now, and I always say, Ken just loves to give things away. You do, which is the first thing is we're through this show, the Academy. I want you to tell them a little bit about what you have created. We've talked a lot about it before, and it's so important for people to hear it over and over and over and over again. We're going to open up the lines to the audience, and we're going to do a giveaway here. But I want you to talk about the Academy and everything that it comes along with, that what you've built for people to be able to dive into it a little bit deeper than this.
Sure.
Right, okay, and then make your own decisions, to be able to work with him and learn a little bit more about him.
Sure. So the precursor to the Academy is the book, The 6 Silver Bullets You Need to Grow in Business Fast. It's
Which
the
he wrote.
six most common mistakes business owners make. We all make at least one of them, and some of us make more than one. And that's a giveaway. You can sign up for that right at the website. Underlying that is the Academy, which is a deep dive in similar elements from the 6 mistakes, those 6 silver bullets, but we take each one of them and then we expand them. So here at the Carol Show, if you call in, and I know it's called Networking
It's
Arizona,
okay, I like
but
it, Carol Show.
friends and family, we all call it the Carol Show. So if you'll call into the show, then we'll give you access to the Academy. You would pay, if you go to makingthecut.biz, you will pay if you just sign up for it. I mean, if you feel like paying, you could, but why not just call in and get it and let Carol pay for it, because she will. So do that, and here's what I want you to know. Choose your own adventure. You don't have to start at 1 and end at 21. You can start at 1 if you want to, or 5 if that's the one that resonates, but find the lesson that really resonates for you and your business, and that's the answer to where do I start.
There's a lot more too that you get as well with it, and when we come back from a break, we're going to talk a little bit more about it. You can check it out on his website, which is makingthecut.biz, and you're going to see, first of all, the book is fabulous, and I've read the book, and it takes 23 minutes to read the book, and it's something that you can also look at every day and read it even over and over, even little parts of it, because it's going to give you that kind of things to think about what's going on in your business that you might need to work on. And also the Academy, please, when you go up onto the website, you're going to see that there is a cost to it, but if you call me, the Carol Show, you're going to get it for free. So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Go up onto the website, it's makingthecut.biz. You're going to see that there is a cost to that Academy, but not if you call me at 602-277-5369, and I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. Take your business to the next level. You're going to love it, you're going to love what you see, and you're going to love it that you did it. Hang tight, we'll be back in just a minute. Do you want something?
No.
Here, you don't even want one of these?
No,
Okay,
it's
you're
just-
okay?
it's-
Okay. Just
Yeah, that would
perfect
make it
timing then.
worse, yeah.
Okay, perfect
Yeah,
timing.
just
though.
water going the wrong way. That's all
I
it
know,
is.
I've had it happen. For me though, sometimes it goes throughout the rest of the show. And I hate that.
Yeah. I think
Okay,
it's,
good.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, so now I wanna go, take it and expand it from all the things that you have up on the top, right? Don't remember all of them, but,
Yeah, some of the calculators.
Right.
That always resonates because it's a great place for anyone to just assess.
right, I do, and
have
then,
a quiet conversation with yourself about where you are.
mhm. and that they can do it at their own pace. I want
Yep.
to talk about that.
Always choose your own adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Customization is such a key aspect of coaching, and it would be true of any coach. We always want to create a coaching plan based on what the client's trying to achieve, right? Like if you hired a personal trainer for
Mhm.
fitness,
Did you
she
fall?
or he, she or he is going to,
Sorry.
she or he is going to create a plan for your fitness goals, right? My fitness goals might not be the same as yours.
Right.
So
And
I
I
want to
think,
make sure we hit on that.
what's that?
So I want to make sure we focus on customization.
I think what people, I don't know what it is about people, honestly, but I think that what people do is they look at what they have and they think they can do it on their own,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand, well, sometimes they what they're gonna do is go to Google and can try and get some information. And then I think that what's bad about that is because first of all, I think there's too much information there, right? And they don't know how to focus it for their own business. Because every business has gotta be a little bit different of how you
Right.
coach each and every one of them.
And a lot of search engines and now the new AI resources, the challenge is it's showing you a lot of curated content based on other things. So it'll show you news you want to hear, not news.
The other thing that I want to talk about at some point, whether I'm sure you can help with a lot of people now that have to get into understanding AI, you know,
Mhm.
because it might affect their business
Right.
and how to work it. I mean, they don't even know. There's a lot of people who are us older folks, right, that don't. There's even courses on it now that I'm seeing.
Coaches and certifications even.
Wow. So welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Ken Kilday, and he's the owner of Leaders Cut. And we've been talking a little bit about his academy that he has created for people. He is a professional, certified business coach. And when I say professional, I really mean that. I also want to say certified. This is what makes him stand out because, you know, there are a lot of coaches,
Sure.
but not a lot of certified coaches.
Yeah, there's a limited number of professional certified coaches in the world.
So I want in the world. So like
Yeah,
how many are?
International Coaching Federation. So
Wow,
it
that's
is
awesome.
international,
Yeah. So we're lucky to have him here, and we're lucky to be able to have him. What he does is he gives so much away for you to kind of take baby steps to see, you know, some of the things that he offers, some of the things of how he might look at the way you might want to look at your business, if I want to say it that way. And we're going to kind of open up the academy a little bit further here
Sure.
and talk a little bit about more of what you get along with it, because there's so much more than just the book, which is great, but you get so much more. Now, when you go up onto his website, which is makingthecut.biz, you're going to see that academy there. You're going to see that it costs money, but if you call me, you're going to get it for free. So my number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Again, it's makingthecut.biz. Let's talk a little bit more. I know you want to talk about customization and what this is all about, though, but I want you to kind of break it apart again for the academy and all they get with it, like the calculator that we were talking about
Sure.
that everyone loves.
And hey, when you call in, you'll leave your number, and I'm going to reach out to you and answer, and I'll get you all set up. I'm reaching out. All I ask for is an email once you know I'm a real person, and I reach out to you. But answer me. So sometimes you all do that first part where you call in, which is awesome, but then you don't answer me, and I can't get you set up for all the really cool stuff.
Yeah,
So
please
do that.
answer.
And that's not unusual. My team tells me we get a lot of people who open our newsletter, they read our newsletter, and we know that they do by the amount of time they stay on the site. We have all that information. But what befuddles us is lots of people click contact Ken, and you don't schedule.
You don't
anything.
take that, but
You
let
don't
me
take
just say
steps.
this.
So, it's really important that you follow all the way through, and part of the reason we make everything so accessible at making the cut top is so you have a chance to know what it's all about, so you know it's not a scary conversation or a really tough sales conversation or anything like that. It's really low barrier to entry, as low as we can make it.
I'm gonna tell you how low it is, because there's no obligation. It's not about that. It's about, here, a lot of people want the information. Great that you want it, it's wonderful.
Mhm.
But when you take that next step by calling him and getting that, their email
Sure.
and having that consultation with them, it's no obligation, but you get to meet him and talk to him and get to really take it to that next level for
Right.
yourself. If you do, you do, and if you don't, you don't. You don't know until you find out.
Exactly.
And you gotta call.
Right. Yeah, you won't know if you won't know if coaching's for you or if I'm the coach for you unless we have a conversation. It will not surprise you that I do know quite a few coaches, and some of them have specialties I don't have, and if there's a better coach for you, I'll be the first to help you find that person if I know who they are. So that's the low barrier to entry part, but let's talk, a couple of things you can do. We already talked about the ebook. That's a simple 23-minute read. We'll also sign you up for the newsletter. If you don't want it, then
But it's
just
cool.
unsubscribe. It's, it's
So cool. It's an email that tell them what it is.
yeah, you will email you two things. First of all, we set up a series of coaching in e-form for you, emails that come out to you after the ebook, but then you sign up for our newsletter, and twice a month we reach out to you, and I tell you what's on my mind as far as great TED Talks and books that I'm reading, etc. But we always have and a blog, we always have a couple of thoughts we're sharing with the business communities. So that's how that will work. But the other thing that you can do at Making the Cut Top is there's a couple of calculators there. One is a profit calculator, and one is the 5 stages of business. So when we launch our businesses, we're all in a little bit of chaos because we're trying to take a great idea and turn that into profitable business.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that piece. So if you kind of figure out, well, how do you align with how I've set up stages of business, there's a quick calculator. It does not take long, and that'll tell you where to start. But the other is the profit equation calculator, which is really fun and interactive, meaning it'll help you again get some information that you already have in your head about your business in terms of what are the activities, the revenue producing activities of a business. First of all, what are they? And second of all, what we hope you glean from it by playing around in there is that small changes executed with discipline create huge results. And that's what it comes down to, is finding those small shifts that we can help you with that create big outcomes for your business.
Go up onto the website. It's makingthecut.biz. Please put on .biz. Another thing that's with his, it's .biz.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna see the academy. There is a cost to it, but not if you call me, and I'm gonna let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. Maybe it's you, maybe you know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell them that's what networking is all about. It's makingthecut.biz, and if you call me, you're gonna get the academy for free. So the whole thing there now is for free by calling me, and our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. If you own a business, and it doesn't matter what size, I do this every time, and I can't help myself because I know that there's so many businesses out there, and a lot of people think that if you have a business and you're getting a coach, you need to have this big business. No, not at all.
No, just like when if you happen to hire somebody to help you clean your home, you really don't have to scrub it before they get there. I know people can pick up, just get stuff out of their way, but you don't have to clean the house before you clean the house. You don't have to reach a certain revenue level or straighten out a few things before working with a coach. We can work on that together, and so that way we're really focused on the right things in the right order at the right time. Where do we start? Well, where we start is getting to know each other. And that will then lead us to the custom sequence that is all yours.
I also want you to tell them, I know we were gonna do something here, but I just thought of something.
Okay.
That when you work with people, you don't have an X amount of time that they have to work with you. If I'm not mistaken,
Right.
right? Will you tell them that as well?
Yeah, And of course, we create some packages to make it easy
Right.
for people to digest and consume. However, it's not a set, you must work with me this number
Right.
of months, like 12 or 24
Right.
or whatever it is.
It might end up because you're so happy, that's another
It
thing.
might, yeah, sure, and the reason that, I get a couple of pushbacks. The first is, I'm just trying to convince you to coach forever. Well, no, I'm not. We're very focused on what you tell me the goals are, so that's what we work towards. What I found with clients that have been with me from the beginning, or at least for 4 or more years, is that typically they get to see the result, and then that unlocks the next level and the next and the next. So that's why we keep working together. We're not working on the same thing, we're working on new things as we continue to break through various ceilings.
Well, I'll tell you something, what he likes to do is let you do it on your own pace. That's another thing that we wanted to talk about. This isn't something where you have to do this, that, and the other thing. He wants you to go in there and take your baby steps, right? And you're gonna love it that you did. So you can go up onto his website, which is makingthecut.biz. Go ahead and you'll see that the Academy, there is a cost, but not if you call me. You'll get it for free. So 602-277-5369. Can we put in that customization now, or?
Yeah, I mentioned it just a moment ago, but we can say that and really drive home the fact that your coaching plan will be about what comes out of our conversation when I'm getting to know you. Every coaching plan is unique to that business and that business owner, or that coachee, if I'm working with the whole leadership team. And that's why we get the results that we do. So in coaching, the numbers tell us that people that hire coaches are going to get 5 to 7 times their return from their fee. 5 to 7 times their fee is the return. My clients tell me after a year, when we quantify what's changing and what they're getting out of it from a financial perspective, it's more like 10x. And the reason that is if you're working with me past a year, you're doing the work.
Well, and the other thing I want to make sure that people understand, he's all about doing things with you fast, growing things, changing fast, right? Not
Sure.
keeping on doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Right.
Moving forward, the 6 silver bullets to grow any business fast is what he's all about. And what I love also about Ken is when you work with him, and what I've seen through all the things that I've looked at with what you have in the book and everything, is that you feel like you have Ken right there with you, and now you can't really wait to pick up the phone and call him, which is what he wants everybody to do. Once you get to that point, call him, have that consultation with him, and find out whether you're right for one another. Again, call in here, you're gonna get that Academy for free. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Check it out as makingthecut.biz. Okay, we didn't do this one here, but other than that, we got to that much of that, right? Okay, and what else, my friend?
What did we get to?
Say, people can do it on their own, they think they can, I just wrote that down.
Oh, yeah, the whole why do I need a coach, why can't I do it on my own? That's a good one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Reminds me of being in financial services, we'd always get those clients that, well, why should I pay you for something I can do on my own? Great, are you doing it on your own?
Right.
Well, no, but I could, okay,
Then do it.
why aren't you? Because, well, it always ties back to the exact same thing, that they're not, because they don't perceive themselves to have any time.
Well, I also think that most people think that they're the only ones that can do it. Like they're the only ones that can do it better than any